Hello and welcome back to my channel. Welcome to a brand new video. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Amelia and I upload all kind of book content. And if you're not new here, then welcome back. First of all, do you like my top? If you're an F1 fan, you know who this man is. Lando Norris, McLaren. Let's go. It is race day when I'm filming this, hence the reason for this top, because it is my way of going, I'm rooting for you, Lando, you've got this. However, that is off topic. For this video, if you haven't gathered by the title, I am reading Kindle Unlimited books for a week. Again, it's not going to be a week. If you watched my last one, it will be at least 2 weeks. Within this time of filming, I am going away and taking my Kindle with me, but it's not really a sit down beachy read holiday. It is more read when I go to bed, read on a Eurostar there and back. So just bear that in mind, and I won't get any clips of me reading there. So whatever I do read on holiday, you'll have an update when I get back. However, I am going to be reading Kindle Unlimited books for at least 2 weeks. Now, I am aiming not to use any books that I have on my actual physical TBR, because as much as I could just pick up 2 books, to get 2 books on my TBR, my physical TBR off, the whole point of me doing this is to try and read stuff on my Kindle TBR, technically. Because if you watched this video, if I remember to pop it up here, I went through a list of Kindle books that I want to read this year. Well, not just this year, but want to read all together. And some of the books that are not on this list are on Kindle Unlimited I've got physically, but I'm trying my hardest not to do that. So, I have my trusty Kindle here. I actually don't know what I'm going to read yet, because when I'm picking this up, I haven't even thought about reading a new book. I think I know what I'm going to start with. But let's just go through the list of the ones that are on here that technically I haven't ticked off, because now I'm going to change this one, because the one I had ticked off was Face Off by Chelsea Curto, and I read that, but that is part of a series called the DC Star series, so I need to move on, and I think that's what I'm going to start with. Anyway, on this list we have The Striker by Anna Huang. That is the only book on this list that I actually have a physical copy of, just so you know. Betting on You by Lynn Painter, Power Play by Chelsea Curto, Promise Me Not by Megan Brady. This is the second one to Say You Swear. However, I don't think I'm going to read that one until I've reread Say You Swear. Then we have The Predator by Rue Nix. I think that's the book I started reading last year when I was trying to read dark romances, and I gave up on that idea and just made it a weekend of reading with me, because I'm not a big dark romance girly, so take that with what you wish. Cherry Beats by Vicky James, Starstruck by Holly Jukes, Near Miss by Hayley Warren, Strung Along by Hannah Cohen, Zodiac Academy, which in the last video I read the first 2 Zodiac Academy books. I have since then read the 3rd one. I now need to read the 4th one. Not sure when that's going to happen. I'm a little bit like trying to take my time with those books. Today, Tonight, Tomorrow by Rachel Lynn Solomon, One Dark Window by Rachel Gillig, Beyond the Blues by Ella Crockford, Phantasma by Kaylee Smith, For the Fans by Nyla Kay, Summer Romance by Anna Monaghan, Sparkle the Everflame by Penn Cole, Fear the Flames by Olivia Rose Darling, God of Malice by Rita Kent, Ice Mechanic by Leah Bevans, Just Don't Fall, don't remember who that was by, I didn't put the name down apparently. The Park Arrangement, again, don't know who that was by. Make You Play by Callie Mel. Heart Trick by Kristen Granata. Hateful Games. Now, some of these are ones actually that my friend from work recommended to me, and I just put them on the list. Now, whilst we've got that list, let me also look through my Kindle, and I'll go through some ones that are speaking out to me. First of all, we've got Beverly by Laura Roberts. I saw this on Mariana's Instagram. She was reading it and I just got intrigued. So that's an option. We have Mayluna by Kelly Matt. I can't read the last name, but Sarah Caroli was reading this in a video and it really intrigued me. Now, a series that I've got back into is the Never After series by Emily McIntyre. So we've got Crossed, which is the 5th book that I could read, because I just recently read Twisted and was obsessed. Now this is one I really, really want to read, because it came out as a physical copy, but I didn't buy it, and I didn't think it would go on Kindle Unlimited. I know Magnolia Parks is on Kindle Unlimited, but Never was not on Kindle Unlimited, so I just thought this won't go on Kindle Unlimited for a while. Conditions of Will by Jessa Hastings. Now, everyone who loved Magnolia Parks has said they've loved this book. So do I want to read this so bad? Yes. Do I think I'm going to start this video with that one? Yes. However, I'm not sure. So I don't know what I'm going to start with. I'm tempted between Conditions of Will or Power Play by Chelsea Curto to continue my DC Stars series, but I don't know. I really don't know. Anyway, I do hope you enjoyed this video. Hello. Okay, so I said I'd come back when I figured out what book I'm going to read, and I think I'm going to start with, I will be starting with The Conditions of Will by Jessa Hastings, because I don't know where this bunged up nose has come from. I'm really sorry. I think it's hay fever / a cold. However, I have been wanting to read this book for a while, and everyone has been talking about it and saying how good it is. And it's only like 459 pages, which, considering her Magnolia Parks books, ended up being like 600, 700 pages. I think it's not bad. It's about a girl called Georgia, London-based Georgia Carter, professional lie detector and body language savant, has long been estranged from her infuriating, closed-minded, wealthy South Carolina family. After falling out years ago, the chasm runs down deep between the black sheep, Georgia and her gay alcoholic brother and their parents and elder siblings, but when their father dies suddenly, Georgia returns to the States for the funeral when she becomes face-to-face with Sam Penny, her brother's AA sponsor. Amid the tensions, dramas and revelations of the family reunion, Georgia and Sam are instantly drawn to each other. However, Georgia's brother also harbours feelings for Sam, and the last thing Georgia wants to do is hurt the only family she's ever really had. When their father's will reveals a surprising bequest to a mysterious stranger, Georgia's ability to read people becomes crucial in unravelling her father's hidden past. The delicate balance within the family teeters and secrets, both old and new, threaten to push them beyond the breaking point. There are only so many cracks a damaged family can take before it shatters. I'm a little bit worried but excited, so we're going to start that. I'm actually going to sit here and watch Ellen Catherine's video whilst starting a book. So I'm going to read for 46 minutes whilst I watch that video. And so we'll try and make it a good chunk of the way through. Well, not a good chunk of the way through, but a bit of the way through to understand this book and get into it. Whilst I'm also bunged up. And Jessa Hastings also has another book coming out this year. 6% of Conditions of Will. Let me just, do this. So you can see the cover. Yeah, read 6%, yes. I was on page 25. Obviously I've only read 3 chapters, so I'm still getting to know the story. At first I was like, I don't know if I'm feeling this at all. I think it's because I've forgotten Jessa Hastings' writing. The last book I read of hers was Magnolia Parks Into the Dark, which is the last Magnolia and BJ story, and that was last April. So I haven't read a book by Jessa Hastings since. So like getting to remind myself of her writing, it's a lot. But we have got to know Georgia a little bit. She is I can't remember what it was, but she can read people like from the way their body languages and stuff. So she tries her hardest not to. She's been told her dad is dead, which is obviously in the blurb, which is what we meet her brother Oliver, who she is like the closest to, and we're slowly meeting, we met her brother's sponsor called Sam Penny. We've briefly met her older brother and her other brother, and we've also met her mum so far, and it's just a learning curve. One thing I have to remember about Jess's writing. It's just following along more than plot based. Like, you know how you have Heartless and you know there's like a plot. This is like you're following along what's gonna happen. I have no clue how it's gonna end. I have no idea if it's gonna be a happy ending. I have absolutely zero idea. Oh my god. Well, I forgot how much I love Jessa Hastings' writing. I'm 21% of the way through this book so far, and the way Jessa writes makes you just want to continue reading to find out more. The best way to describe it is, this book is very family toxicness, which if you've read Magnolia Parks, you kind of get that in there, but you get more of a relationship toxicness over family toxicness, although it was family toxicness as well with Magnolia and her father and her family. However, the family toxicness in this book is intense, and I'm only 21% of the way through, but I just want to know what's going to happen. I am really enjoying it. I'm enjoying the toxicness. I'm enjoying the way the story flows. Okay, I'm going to quickly talk because I am currently doing the Ellen Catherine's reading sprints, and I'm just wanted to read because I am obsessed with Conditions of Will. I'm really enjoying it. I'm nearly 50% of the way through and 47%. I'm going to try and get as much read today. Probably if I can try and finish it today would be even greater. But we've just reached a point where we've just heard someone talk about Julian's sister. Now, if you've read Daisy Hates or Magnolia Parks, you will know who Julian's sister is. Julian's sister is Daisy Hates. You all know who Julian is. Julian is like one of the best characters. I loved him. I miss him. So it's just one little bit. But seeing that in a book has just made my day. Oh, it's so good. I'm really enjoying this book. I'm enjoying the dynamic. I'm enjoying like we get the character developments, but the story growth for like one of George's brothers. Oh my god, and the things that have happened, oh my god, I'm obsessed. And I'm not even finished. We haven't even got to them reading the will yet, which is what is on the blurb. So I'm intrigued to see how this is going to go. I am going to stop yapping because he wanted to read, so I actually can read at least a chapter or two in these reading sprints rather than not. I'm currently also watching Captain America, the first one. I'm going in chronological order of the Marvel films. Very random, but I am really enjoying this book, so fingers crossed I can get it done today, if not tomorrow. Oh, look, it is, what time is it? It is 10 to 11 at night, and I just thought I'd quickly talk. It's extremely hot, so if you hear a fan, I'm sorry. Let me take the headphones out. I'm currently watching Captain Marvel at the end of that, because I'm doing my Marvel rewatches I think I spoke about yesterday. However, I have just finished The Conditions of Will. Miss Jessa Hastings has done it again. I don't know what it is about her writing, but I'm obsessed. So the only book I have left to read of hers until her new book comes out at some point this year is Never, which I have on my Kindle, but I paid 99p for it, as I would to read it. It's not a Kindle Unlimited book. So yeah, but oh my god, that book was amazing. Okay, I'm giving it a 4.5 stars, because there was points where I was like, this is necessary, but I loved it. I loved the toxicness of the family. Absolutely despise Marianne. Don't think she should exist. She gave great for the family dynamic and the story. Oliver and George's relationship. I just love Oliver and George's relationship. There's so much time I spent wanting more of their relationship than I wanted of her and Sam's relationship. Sam is the male romantic interest. Oliver is her brother who is gay, and I just loved their relationship. And there was a moment in this book where their relationship just was like not non-existent, but it was clear like he has so much hatred towards her. Not hatred, but I don't know the word. I'm so tired. But it's just a lot. It's just a lot, and it's good. And it's definitely it's a romantic, but it's a contemporary romance more than it is a normal rom-com book. And I loved it. I loved everything about this book. So yeah. I am giving it 4.5 stars, and I am so happy that I've read this book. I just think it was so good. It was done so well. It was written so well. I love Jess's writing. Definitely forgot how much I loved her writing. I am going to be starting Power Play tomorrow. That is the next book I'm picking up. It's the second book in the DC Star series. In the last video of this, I read Face Off, and I loved it. We're moving on to Power Play, the second book in the series, this video, and I'm so excited. Hello, okay, thought I would quickly update you. First of all, I did update you in the evening on, what day was yesterday? Thursday, when I finished Conditions of Will. Honestly, I loved that book. It was so good. I was just hooked. Miss Jessa Hastings knows how to write a book. That's all I'm gonna say. She knows how to write a book to have you hooked, and yeah, so I absolutely loved it, and would happily read it again. I loved the twists. There was a little bit of a mystery in there, but it was mainly, sorry, that's just probably gross for you to see, but I needed to get that out. There was a little bit of a mystery in there, but also there was a lot of toxicness, which is very Jess's style. If you've read the Magnolia Parks or the Magnolia Parks universe series, including Daisy Hates and all the Magnolia and BJ books, you will know her style of writing is very toxicness. It's not a happy. If you're looking for a happy-go-lucky romance book, they're not her. Not Jessa's. Don't read the Jessa Hastings books because they're not happy-go romance. There is romance in it, and there is cuteness in it, and you do find the cuteness in it, but they're not like the happy-go romances you'll pick up. Like, let me think of, for example, Hannah Grace or Lauren Asher, or I'm trying to think of Sarah Adams. Like, some of those people, like, they're not that kind of, they're a lot more, and they're even more like longevity. I'd say they kind of go not hand in hand with the Boys of Tommen series, her writing, but I feel like her and Chloe kind of write similar in the point of, like, you're not reading a book for the cute romance, you're reading a book for the heaviness, the drama, the emotions that go high in a book. So yeah. Also, my fan is on. It's extremely hot. If you live in the UK, when you're watching this video, it probably be not like this, but if you live in the UK at this point in June, like we're at the moment, we're in a heat wave. We're in a heat wave, and if you're from the UK, you know you can't handle the heat. Most UK people cannot handle the heat, which is right now me. And I'm about to go to Paris, and the heat's going to be pretty much similar, and I'm like, oh no. But also, my tan for my holiday is still going nice. And however, I did start Power Play yesterday, which is what I came to talk about. I've only read 2 chapters. I'm considering sitting down for half an hour at some point today and just trying to read more, and then read tonight when I get home whilst I'm watching Iron Man 2, because I'm doing I think I spoke about this before. I'm currently rewatching the Marvel films, so do with that what you wish. However, I've read 2 chapters of Power Play so far, and we're following Piper and Liam, and Piper is going through a divorce right now, and you met her in looking Face Off, because she's best friends with our main character from Face Off. Can I remember her name? Emerson. She's best friends with Emerson. They went to high school together, and then Emerson lived with her throughout the time of being in the DC Stars, and yeah. And Liam is one of the hockey players. He plays hockey with our main character from Face Off. Am I remembering his name? No, it's not coming to mind. And we've seen him in this book, but I can't think of his name. But I know who I'm talking about. I don't remember the name. If I remember the name, I'll pop it up here. Or I'll probably talk about it a bit more when I get more into it. Obviously, I'm going to be reading this over my period of time being away. I don't think I'm going to finish it whilst away. I'll probably read on the Eurostar there and back. I'll probably read when I go to bed in the evenings. And I am vlogging Paris, but I won't be doing any clips for this vlog unless I have a very major update to give you. I didn't get any clips of me reading Power Play, and in the last couple of days my hair has looked a mess. I haven't felt my greatest, hence the reason I haven't vlogged any update of me reading the book. However, I have actually finished Power Play, the second book of this video, which means it's the final book of this video. I feel like I've been filming it for ages, and I think that's what I was getting. I was not getting a slumpy feel of reading, but I was getting that feeling like I can't be bothered to read. Before I talk my round off and end the video, I do need to talk about my thoughts on Power Play by Chelsea Curto. This is the second book in the DC Stars series. It follows Piper and Liam. And Piper is getting out of a divorce and she's trying to like find herself again and like learn what she likes in sex, and actually, you know, because she never had that moment with her ex-husband. They never like got there. They barely ever had sex as it is. I don't know how to feel, but so she, well, explain, but she then meets Liam. Well, not meets Liam. She's a reporter for the DC Stars, so she knows Liam, but she then goes to Liam for basically sex lessons, and then we see their story evolve, and obviously we know what's going to happen. Eventually it's going to turn from lessons to chemistry to falling for each other, which is fine, and I enjoyed that. However, I didn't enjoy the countless chapters where we were just smart. So many times doing the same things, different lessons. I was like, I'm bored, and I don't mind smart in books, but the fact that near enough every chapter was smart, and every time, like, don't get me wrong, certain smarty chapters were fine, but then it got to the point where they were just repeating the same thing, and I was like, okay, now I'm bored. How many times do I need to read this? How many times do I need to read that you take your clothes off and you do this and you do that? And I'm like, don't get me wrong, I'm literally not opposed to smart in a book, just maybe not that much smart in one. And I say this, I didn't hate the book, I just didn't love it. I think it got bored. It's 500 pages, and I'd say 60% of those pages are smart. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's in my head. It's 60% of that is smart. Maybe 45%. But I didn't love that. And I think there was more to their relationship I wanted to see, and I didn't see. So, yeah. Sadly, not a 4-star. I've actually given it 3.5 stars. And I think if I wasn't bored, maybe that'd be different. But I think if it was shorter, I would have enjoyed it more. But because it was 500 pages and a lot of it was smart, I was like, okay. And I could see the chemistry, and there was things that Liam did, I was like, oh my god. But I felt like there was so much focus on how, like, her ex-husband couldn't do this to her. And it was always brought up that Liam hated her ex-husband and stuff. I was like, we get it. There's a reason he's an ex-husband, but how many times we need to bring up the fact that he couldn't get her off? We got that the first time she said. So yeah, 3.5 stars. But that leads us to the end of this video. So in this video I read, actually let me go get it, because I actually had a physical copy. If you've watched my Paris vlogs, you might know seen, but I picked up the physical copy of The Conditions of Will. I'm still saying this as a Kindle read because I read it as a Kindle before I even had the physical copy, and I bought the physical copy because I couldn't stop thinking about it. I think I gave it 4.5 stars. It's between 4.5 and 4.75. I think it was 4.5. However, I'll find out when I'm editing this. But I really, really enjoyed this book. Miss Jessica Hastings can't fail. She has another book coming out this month, and I actually cannot wait. I think it's the 15th of July, but I might be wrong. But loved this book. Loved everything about it. Couldn't put it down. Was gripped. So, yeah, I'm very happy I have the paperback version of it. I'm probably going to put it to my Magnolia Parks part of my bookshelf, just so it's with her other books that I have. But yeah. And then we obviously read Power Play, which I gave 3.5 stars, so a whole star rating between. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. But I do hope you enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy it, then please give it a thumbs up. Please comment down below. Please subscribe, and I will see you again very soon with another video.